Hey everyone, it's Pete Dalladay. Welcome to another edition of Hometown PTBO, or in this case, it's a bit of a Hometown Lindsay edition of the program today, because we've got a couple of the guys here from Dwayne Gretzky. We got Tyler right here. We got Nick, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us on board the boat. I don't even know what the boat's called, but
HMS Dwayne Gretzky.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Thanks, guys. Both Lindsay natives. You've known each other a long time. Tyler, we'll start with you. What's in the water in Lindsay? What's going on down there?
It is a particular taste in Lindsay, but you grow fond of it, and
you
then
get
any
used
other
to it.
city water doesn't quite compare. No, I don't know. It is kind of strange that we both grew up in Lindsay and did lots of similar things and found sort of a connection while living in Toronto. And our manager is also from Lindsay, and these are all just kind of coincidences. So I don't know. Cool town.
Nick, you're from Lindsay, but you have a real connection to Peterborough and Peterborough Music Fest. You kind of tell the story every time on stage, which I love. Tell us a little bit about it.
So I grew up in Lindsay, but I took violin lessons every week in Peterborough. So I'd come into Peterborough, and I play hockey in Peterborough also. Vitold Svoboda. Shout out to Vitold, who's my violin teacher.
Vito.
Vitold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And as a kid, my family and I would come to the Festival of Lights, as it was called, in the sort of the late 80s, early 90s.
Back when the boats were.
And we'd come all the time, like Wednesdays, Saturdays. We came often, saw great acts, and it's like the formative concerts of my life were here. Seeing big outdoor shows. And my great uncle and great aunt, Alan and Marie, had a chip truck here, so that was also cool. I felt like a little bit of a celebrity when I'd come, because I had they gave me
free fries.
I don't even think they gave us free stuff. That was a bit rude. At least
what kind of uncles and aunts were they?
No, I think I got some free cotton candy.
Some candy floss. Yeah.
I have very, very fond memories of this this place and this concert series, and so now that we've done it, I think it's our 4th year doing it. It's really exciting. It's always a thrill.
Did you ever come into town for a show? Do you remember coming as a kid?
Maybe not so much as a kid, but I remember seeing Jim Cuddy solo here with a band, and his guitar player had like sunglasses and his hat was down, and we were all kind of, is that just Greg Keeler? And sure enough, at the end of the show, he came and sang Lost Together.
No way.
But fun story about that night is we were staying at the Holiday Inn here, and we were all on the balcony and locked ourselves out, and we're just locked in the balcony, and we had to haul someone in to come in and throw the marquee, and they had to let us out, but we made it safe.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so what is it about the venue looking out? I mean, you've played some big shows, but looking out to the 10,000 people in Peterborough on a summer's night. I mean, as you kind of mentioned, it's kind of become tradition with you guys now. What's that like?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. It's such a great. I mean, the fact that it's a free show and there are people of all ages, and there are some people sitting down in lawn chairs and others sort of up and dancing is a nice dynamic. It's just it just feels like Ontario at its finest, like small town, everyone coming out, a real community vibe on a beautiful summer day. It's perfect. It's awesome.
You ever been up to Liftlock before? All these times in Peterborough, have you actually?
I have.
You have? Have you?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, all right.
I've been.
Because a lot of people that live in Peterborough have never been up to Liftlock.
And the Kirkland Liftlock, right?
Oh, more down your neck of the woods, for sure. All right. Do you
boat
boat at all? Did either one of you? I know you golf. Are you a boater? Do you spend any time on the water?
Not really. I like to canoe up north, and my parents lived on a sailboat for 10 years, so they like to boat.
Sure.
But I never really got into the big sailboat life.
My fun fact about the Liftlock is when I was a teenager, I hosted a kids television show called Popular Mechanics for Kids.
Yeah.
And we did an underwater welding piece here in Peterborough.
No way.
So I actually went down and I welded underwater there. So that's my experience of the Liftlock.
That's the reason why it's still going, maybe. It's thanks to you. And you're also on, I was talking to our camera guy, Jordan. He grew up watching that show and Goosebumps, I believe, as well. You worked with some pretty big stars. Like, not that you're not, but you worked with, some of your colleagues back then went on to some, they're doing all right. Who can you remember from those days?
You did a movie with me.
Yeah, we worked together.
So there's...
You're in a movie?
No, not a movie. We
Oh.
did a TV show together. Though.
Okay.
I was an actor as well.
Okay.
But
All right.
yeah,
Where do we know you from? What's the what?
I had a very small part in The Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton. That's
Cool.
maybe what you'd recognize.
The
All right.
Snickers, big Snickers commercial.
I did a lot of commercials.
Big Snickers guy.
There was. I was looking up. You were in a show. You played a character. I don't know if it was Murdoch Mysteries or there's quite the character name. I forget what it was. Do you remember any of the characters' names? That, like, would you recognize any of the names? No.
No, there's a lot of those, the Canadian shows,
Yeah.
Murdoch Mysteries and
Yeah.
Republic of Doyle and all those. I lucky enough to be able to work on all
That's
those
cool.
sets. I remember the people and the wonderful places I got to go, but I don't remember the character names,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Listen, guys, appreciate it. Have a great show. It's always great to see you here in Peterborough, and we'll do this again sometime when it's a little cooler, maybe.
Thanks for having us. It's awesome.
All right, a couple guys from Dwayne Gretzky, Tyler, and we got Rosie here as well. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Hometown PTBL, brought to you by the Pyle Group, CIBC, Wood Gundy.